I just want to quickly start by saying, if you subscribe to this page, please head over to my channel and click this little bell icon, as you'll get notifications of when my videos go up, and it will really help me out. Hey, what is up guys? My name is Griefdrums, and in today's video, we are going to be talking Ghost Recon Wildlands. Now, this is the first time I've put anything about this on my channel. I have been so hyped for this game for so long. I cannot even put it into words how much I'm looking forward to this. However, I have got this horrible little feeling in the back of my mind that's constantly saying to me, remember the Division. Now, for those of you that don't know, I was so hyped about the Division. For a year or so, if not more, I was waiting and waiting for that game. And it came out, and I have never been more disappointed with the game. It was just not what I was expecting at all. The MMO style aspects of it meant that you could shoot someone in the head with a light machine gun, you know, with a whole box magazine, and they'd still be staring back at you shooting. And that really frustrated me. I think, you know, if I'm going to headshot someone, I want it to be like Rainbow Six. I want them to drop to the floor like a sack of potatoes. I say like Rainbow Six, but obviously headshots don't seem to work in that either. So a couple of days ago, a half-an-hour gameplay was released by the developers. It's actually one of the devs playing through the single-player mission. He's got 3 AI team members, and I've got to be honest, it looks epic. There's a few aspects I'm not too sure of, and I think look a little bit ropey, but on the whole, the face of it, it looks quite, I don't want to say realistic, but it looks quite realistic. They've gone down that sort of a route. The landscape looks incredible. The sheer level of customization that looks available to you also looks incredible. And the map itself, oh my god, it looks huge. Now, I know there's going to be people out there that say, well, graphically it's not that pleasing, it could be a hell of a lot better. But you know what? It's a little bit of a price to pay by downscaling the graphics in order to get better gameplay, hopefully, and a larger map. I mean, this map, it looks ridiculous. There are so many different landscapes and so many different areas that you can explore. There's salt flats, there's areas of jungle, mountain ranges, and it just looks cool. It looks like the real country. It looks like you can actually cross from one side of it to the other and work through all of these landscapes. And that's a feature that I really, really like. Because of the scale of the map, we're obviously going to be getting access to quite a lot of different vehicles. We've seen it in previous trailers where you get jeeps, bikes, all sorts of things like that. You've obviously got a helicopter here, and it looks very similar to sort of a Far Cry style game, while still retaining all of those Ghost Recon elements. The HUD display and the like sort of selection wheel that you can bring up is still very Ghost Recon. It reminds me of Advanced Warfighter and that sort of a game. But on the whole, this game looks like what the Division should have been. Now, obviously, there's going to be people out there that enjoy the Division and are still playing it. I don't want to take away from that for you. If you like that, brilliant. It just wasn't my cup of tea. This, however, looks like it could be. I am buzzing for this. My pre-order is in, and the second it comes out, me and at least 3 people every single night are going to be online. We've actually got too many people to fit into one squad because we're so used to a 5-man team on Rainbow Six that moving across to this where you've only got 4 players is certainly going to be interesting to see who gets dropped each night. So we'll see how that goes. Now, one of the main selling aspects for this game is the fact that you can take each level or each mission exactly how you want. You can either go in all stealthily and try and snipe people with 2 of you providing overwatch while the other 2 go in there, or you can strap C4 to a helicopter, jump out and let that blow up while you're going guns blazing and parachute down. I really like that aspect, and I think it's going to make it very creative and a lot of fun to play. Now, with a map this big and a plethora of vehicles available to you, there's obviously going to be a lot of traversing and a lot of moving around the map. Because of that, we can see that on the map there are main operating bases, which could work like the Division and the way that did with its home base, or it could be like Metal Gear Solid and Mother Base where you can actually upgrade it. We really don't know at this point. These are obviously going to be sort of safe zones or safe areas on the map that you can restock and reset up and choose what you're going to take out on your next mission pretty much. Now, with large maps come a large number of things to do. There are obviously going to be a lot of missions. How long they're going to last, we don't really know. You could just tear through them really quickly. There's obviously going to be side quest sort of things and, you know, weapons caches to find or, you know, new attachments, new equipment to find. There's going to be intel that you can glean off of enemies by interrogating them. So how much of that there's going to be, I would have thought quite a lot. What this means, though, is once you've done all of these, how much replayability is there going to be in the game? A game like Rainbow Six has kept me coming back all year, every single night, and I still want to play more of it. This game, after a couple of months, how much longer are we going to be playing it? Now, obviously, there hasn't been an announcement of any PvP at all, which wasn't exactly a negative to me. I prefer co-op games. I don't dislike PvP at all, because obviously Rainbow Six is PvP. But I enjoy the co-op aspect of games. I enjoy having to work with the team, and I enjoy the communication factor involved, and the fuck-ups that come from that, really. We've always got one person in the squad that is fucking useless, and it's hilarious. But I can understand why this does bug a lot of people. Now, from reading on the Ghost Recon forum, they haven't quite made an announcement of PvP. They haven't said there isn't going to be any at all. There may be some coming out in the future. It may be a Metal Gear Solid style PvP where you attack other people's mother bases, or main operating bases in this case. It may just be a case of competing against people to become the top ghosts. But as it stands at the minute, I wouldn't rule PvP out completely. I genuinely wouldn't. Synchronized shots have made a welcome return, which obviously if you're playing with friends is going to be the norm. However, if you're playing with AI or your friends aren't online, you will automatically get 3 AI characters to play alongside. With these, you can obviously issue commands like move, hold, and stuff like that, so you can get them into position. You can also tag enemies to set up sync shots, so you can drop 3 or 4 people at exactly the same time. This is a nice feature. It's one that I really enjoyed in previous games, and it's one that is a welcome return. We do get to see bullet penetration when the dev takes out a guard from underneath. It is through wood, so he can shoot through that. And that's an aspect that's going to be really cool to see. And I know I keep doing it, but this game really does seem like Metal Gear Solid 5. Only with less weird, magical bosses. We are informed by the narrator during this video that there will be a full day-night cycle. So missions that you play during one time of the day, if you go back and revisit that at a later time, I don't know if that's even possible, but certainly on like maybe a second playthrough or something, it might be cool because it might be getting a new mission completely. It might just seem completely different. I don't know how the guard numbers are going to change from day to night. Presumably the number of guards posted at night time are going to drop because people will be sleeping. So it might be beneficial to do that and attack that mission at night time under cover of darkness. We do get to see that there is a skill point system or a tree-based system in which you can upgrade various different attachments to your guns or your physical stamina, for example. And it's something that I love in games like this because it gives you something to strive for. You want to level up, you want to unlock those new perks or whatever you want to call them. So that looks epic. One of my biggest criticisms, however, is the fall back symbol that we see. When you're low health, you get this fall back symbol and it looks a little bit naff. I was surprised at how many bullets the operators could take. It looks like you could take quite a lot of hits. However, the narrator describes that this is on normal difficulty. So there are occasions in which you can take 1 bullet and die. I think we'll probably be playing this on hard mode just because it doesn't look that challenging. I may be wrong, I may be completely wrong. It may be really, really difficult. But certainly from what the gameplay we've seen previously, where they had it on easy mode and then this on normal difficulty, it looks like something I'm going to be putting on hard. As far as the storyline goes, we obviously know that it's set in Bolivia. It looks like the cartel has risen up to points in which they have pretty much taken over. They've assisted local communities massively by pouring money into them and helping them out, and therefore those communities are assisting the cartel. They are no longer seen as a threat and instead seen as a bit of a propaganda machine. While the storyline does seem to be well thought out, I don't think it's going to be particularly compelling. I think the gameplay is going to be the thing that sells this game. I don't think that you're going to be really concerned about Santa Blanca or whoever the hell it is. I just think it's going to be fairly mediocre. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's a really compelling story and that people get really into it and it's heartbreaking at times and tense at others. I'm just not too sure that that's going to be the case. Now, there are certain aspects of this review that I do understand may seem a bit negative. It's more skepticism on my part. Having played various Ubisoft games, I'm a little bit concerned. But on the whole, I'm really looking forward to this. It looks incredible. I mean, getting to see a half-an-hour gameplay is awesome. Icy Cat, for those of you that don't already know who he is, plays Rainbow Six. He got invited to a lot of Ubisoft different things. He is AWOL at the minute. According to his Twitter, he was getting on a plane somewhere. So whether he's going out to actually get his hands on this and play this game or not remains to be seen, but I think it's pretty likely that he is. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he comes back with. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you're just as hyped for this game as I am. If you are, make sure to let me know down in the comments below. What do you think looks good? What do you think looks bad? I think it looks epic. I really, really do. If you don't already, make sure to subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up. And until next time, guys, stay reckless and relentless. So save me.